Well, Dalton, congratulations on the victory. Initial thoughts after a hard performance like that?
No, I was satisfied with my performance. I want to get the finish. I was satisfied with my performance. I wanted to get the finish in the second round on the ground. Couldn't do it, but I say the same thing every fight. It's my goal, but I didn't get it done again. But besides that, I felt great with my performance. I opened up. I used some of the stuff that I've been learning in camp and evolving. And he was a striker, and I turned him into a wrestler at the end of the fight. So.
Seems like right out of the gate, he came out pretty hot and aggressive. Were you expecting him to come out like that aggressive right away in round one?
Yeah, I was. But, I mean, if you watch throughout most of the fight, 99% of the fight, I was backing him up. I'm the pressure fighter. People don't back me up unless I intentionally back up, which I'm trying to lure him into something, which was the spinning wheel kick. And I'm not surprised. I watch his fights. He comes out that way every single time. And very, very cocky individual, not cocky in a good way, not the type of guy that you like somebody like Conor McGregor. It's cocky street thug type of personality. Didn't like it at all.
I was going to ask you, like when they were showing the promos, like he was yelling at you while they were introducing you as both of you as fighters. He was like, saying, I'm going to F you up, this and that.
Yeah, he kept saying that. He was like, you're too green. You ain't ready for this. I'm going to put you out. I'm going to mess you up, all this other shit. A bunch of his friends, family, fans, whatever you want to say, were commenting on my picture saying I'm going to regret this, saying that he's going to do what Tony Johnson should have and he's next level and all this other stuff. So him and his fans, man, they're all like that.
I know you said you didn't really know what he was saying in the fight, but what were you saying back to him? Because we saw you kind of smiling at him, especially in the third round. You were kind of making motions with your hands.
So the first thing he said, besides the stuff at the very beginning of the fight, I threw a teep kick and it landed, but it might have like grazed his elbow or his forearm. And he said, that hurt. And that was the start of it. And we were a little back and forth after that. And he was missing punches. I was like, you're too slow, bro. And then next thing you know, he had a cut on his eye. I was like, you're cut. There's something there. So I thought I was too green. And then he started shooting on me. And I was like, oh, so you're a wrestler now, huh? And he just kept talking shit. He was saying shit on the ground, like, why are you breathing so heavy? And then I told him, I said, when he kept talking shit, I was like, you're going to end up face down in a vending machine room, again, butt naked with your girlfriend leaving you. Because apparently in his LFA fight, one of my friends that trains at Factory X said they fought his teammate, and the police found him face down, butt naked after one of his fights in the ice room. So
that's a true story?
Yeah, true story. I was on a podcast with one of my friends that's teammates with his opponent. Happened. So that's a little different content for you guys that you're not used to hearing. I normally wouldn't put that out there about my opponents, but the way this cat was acting, I don't really care.
Finally for me, is that a Ryan Shazier jersey?
Yes. I'm good friends with Ryan Shazier, and this is one of his game jerseys that he signed for me. He signed it back. And I told him, I was like, I'll wear it out to my next fight. Some states don't allow you to walk out stuff. Luckily, Arizona does, so I wore it out.
When you have an opponent like that who talking all this game, and then you even had like the friends and family you said were hopping in your comments as well, how personal were some of that getting?
I didn't really pay attention to it that much. Some of the comments made me laugh. And like I got to the point where like I was responding to them and I was about to hit send. But I was like, let me not stoop that low. And because some of them, they were going over the top. They were being super disrespectful. And they were commenting on every single post that I posted. So every time I post a new picture about my fight coming up, they posted something derogative or disrespectful on my picture.
At any point, you use that kind of stuff for bulletin board material coming into something like this?
Do I use it for what?
Like bulletin board material coming into something like this? Like to fuel you?
No. I know there's going to be fighters that are like that, and there's going to be fighters that are very mellow, and they don't really care for talking shit, and they're humble and like good people. It all depends on your opponent, you know what I mean? But regardless of my opponent, I'm not going to change the way I act. And although this time they got me close. Like I said, I got to the point where I was responding, but I didn't hit send on the comments. So, yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you.
And back to Ryan Shazier real quick. He was here tonight, right?
Yeah, he was right at the end. Whenever I was walking off, he was with a group of my sponsors and everybody that came out to watch. They were all at the end.
Nice. How did you get to know him?
actually through so one of my sponsors, Aries Agencies, had he owns a company called, well, he doesn't own it, he's a part of a company called Inspiring Minds, which they help out like the youth in Pittsburgh and Youngstown and those that grow up not as fortunate as others, like the misfortuned, I guess you would say. And he's a part of a program that helps build these kids up and gives them a extra learning program and really helps these people. And Ryan Shazier became part of that. And he had a cigar bar event, a fundraiser that I went to, and he had a bunch of different celebrities and stuff there, Ryan Shazier being one of them. That's how I met Ryan Shazier. After that, we started playing Call of Duty with each other, and we just became friends from there. So
Very cool, man. I love it. And
Yeah.
I guess before the fight, we kind of talked about Romero Cotton and how you're moving on from him. Is there anybody else above you in the rankings? Anybody that you're looking at? Any dates? Any sort of plan for your next fight?
Mike Shipman. I want Mike Shipman. I know there's the card in London in May. I would like a quick turnaround if he's ready to go in March. If not, I know he's over in London, so the one that's in UK, I'd like to fight him on that card.
Good. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Your opponent came out the gate throwing a lot of low kicks, then trying to bring it up high. Did you expect him to throw such a variety of kicks from the start?
Yeah, all he does is throw rear kicks. He's not very versatile in that aspect. He's a typical southpaw. Throws a backhand, throws a body kick, throws a low kick, and throws a head kick, and then he adds in a teep. But as you guys seen during the fight, he doesn't mix stuff up very well. He throws 1 and 2 at a time. And that's typical at the heavier weights. 1, because of the knockout risk, and 2, just because it's a feeling out process. But later in the fight, you see I started throwing more combos, started opening up with different kicks and stuff like that, where he just stuck in his ways, and that I left him in the dust. I don't know if that second round was a 10-8 or not because of the ground and pound and the control. But I mean, I definitely won every round 10-9 at least.
You were in firm control for most of the fight, if not all of it. But he did display some toughness during the fight. So how did he differ as a fighter than what you expected going in?
He's durable. I hit him with some big shots, and he didn't go down. I felt myself getting a little wild at times, just because he was like really looping the hooks and trying to counter me hard. So I felt myself drop my head trying to fake the takedown, and I was getting a little bit too loopy with my shots. And the ones that were landing, I feel like they put a lot of people away. I dropped people in sparring and stuff with those shots, and he took them. A couple of them rattled him, a couple of them he stumbled. But yeah, I mean, he's durable. He take a punch.
Lastly, with the Steelers eliminated wild card weekend, who we got tomorrow? We got Bengals at Chiefs and Rams and 49ers.
I really hate the Bengals just because they're in the same division as us and it's a rival. But man, I think they have a chance of beating the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are going to win, but I think it's going to be a shootout just like the last time they played. It's going to be similar to the Bills and Kansas City.
Thank you.
All right, Dalton, that's the last one. Thanks for the time.
All right, thank you.